Hello there, welcome once again to Living on Purpose. Today I'm continuing the series on mindset by talking about analytical mindset. Some people have an analytical mindset, and I've said that being able to analyze things is a good thing in one way, provided that you do it the right way, but it can also be a bad thing because most people will misinterpret your intention depending on how you go about it. Now, the challenge with having an analytical mindset is that most likely people would only hear you criticizing everything that they do. They will not see you giving an objective analysis of what they have done. You also need to understand that if you have an analytical mindset, just because of your nature, especially if you're a phlegmatic by temperament, you need to be a bit more careful regarding how you analyze things for people. You don't analyze things in such a way that you condemn everything that they are doing. If you consistently analyze things in such a way that you condemn or you rubbish everything that people have done, then people are going to say that you're too critical. You have an analytical mindset, which is supposed to be an advantage for you. Now, mostly when people have an analytical mindset, it is a strength, it is a tool, but it's how they deploy it that becomes a problem. Why is it a problem? Because of how they are deploying it. They mostly criticize unnecessarily, and it looks like they condemn what other people are doing without giving any constructive feedback. The analytical mindset will look at things line by line, precept upon precept, and tell you everything that is wrong with whatever it is that people want to do. Now, that's the problem. They are only usually able to identify what is wrong, but they are not able to identify what can be done to fix those things that are wrong. Sometimes, once they identify all the problems, they would have demoralized everybody on the team. And that's the biggest problem with having the analytical mindset if you're using it in the wrong way. Don't be that kind of person who only tells people everything that is wrong about what they are ready to do rather than helping them to see what can be done differently, which is why in some organizations, some bosses will tell you, don't come to me with the problems. As you are coming to show me the problems, identify solutions and also prefer solutions. So if you have an analytical mindset, or people complain that every time you only talk about what is wrong and you don't talk about what can be done differently, then you have an analytical mindset. Some people would display and let you see their analytical side, not necessarily because they are being objective, but because the spirit of competition or jealousy has been stirred up in them. Now, there is nothing wrong, as I've said before, in analyzing what other people have done, provided it is done objectively. But the moment you analyze the things that people have done just to make them look bad, then that is wrong. I know that this happens a lot in corporate organizations. People will just analyze everything to make someone look incompetent, especially if they're in the same promotion pool with that other person. They can analyze something else that another person has done just because they are not the one who were paid or who was paid to do something, but this person has been paid or will be paid to do something else. So when you analyze to condemn, that is a wrong motive. But when you analyze to give the person constructive feedback, and all you really want to see is for the person to improve on what they are delivering to you or to your organization, then that's a good way to go about it. If you're also giving feedback as someone who has an analytical mindset, you must bear in mind the sandwich approach. Now, the sandwich approach to constructive criticism is the one that tells you, you first of all praise the effort of the person who has done something, and after praising their effort, you then actually identify what the issues are, and you show them as well what they can do better to improve on the issue. Now, when you have also shown them what they can do better to improve on the issue, you will then praise them again for their efforts and what they have done correctly. It's not possible that somebody has done something and everything from the beginning to the end is wrong. There's nothing good about it. Praise what is good about what people have done and help them see what is wrong in what they are doing, and also show them a way out. That is how to effectively use your analytical mindset. I believe that being analytical is good, but if you're not sensitive regarding how you express yourself, you can always have issues with people, and somewhere along the line they will think that you're jealous, you're ignorant, or you're just a sadist who does not want to see other people enjoy what they are doing. So be very careful with this very important skill that you have. It is a good tool, but how you use it can make it look like it's a bad tool. Before you analyze, you should also try and appraise the person that you're even trying to analyze. How good are they at receiving feedback? Now, there's nothing wrong with feedback generally, but for people to receive your feedback, the feedback has to be given the right way. And it doesn't matter if the person is your boss, your contemporary, or your subordinate. It's still very important to give feedback the right way. When you're giving feedback, the most important thing you want to achieve is that people accept the feedback and become better. But when you give feedback in such a manner that it attacks the personality or the soul of the person receiving the feedback, you've demoralized them completely, and your feedback can sometimes affect the self-confidence or the self-esteem of some of the people that you're giving feedback to. You don't want to bruise the self-esteem of some people just because you're trying to give feedback. You can give feedback without bruising their ego or doing anything wrong in the process. Trust me, analytical mindsets can do some irreparable damage just because they are trying to give feedback. And I hope that now you understand that the analytical mindset is good. It can make you succeed at so many things, but manage it effectively so that people don't see you as a sadist or somebody who just doesn't want other people to do well. Please head on now to youtube.com/Fola Daniel Speaks. Thank you.